morning, everybody and anybody. I've been searching around up here for about the last half hour looking for a road that wasn't gated. Finally found one. Look at this. This is just beautiful up here. Well, I have a camping trip coming up, and I wanted to do a video on the camping gear, but I wanted to do this video first. And the reason why I wanted to do this first is because there is a lot of diversity when it comes to motorcycle camping, and I just want to set a couple things straight before I get into what I take. You could be someone who rides a cruiser of any kind. You could be an adventure bike guy, a dirt bike guy. All of you will go camping. So many different people have their own version of camping, their own styles, their own standards of what they consider to be camping. And in my opinion, none of them are wrong. You know, some people, they go out and they go camping and it's like a survival thing. They just want to go with as little as possible, show how macho they are or whatever, you know, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But like myself, I go camping to get away from everything. I want to go on a motorcycle trip. I want to get away from everything. I want to be comfortable. I want to eat really well. I'm not there to see if I can survive. And if you're watching videos, you may come across several different people that have a different style, different things that they take. And some different styles that a person has are more dependent on their setup being a specific way, whether it be lighter or maybe not just the style of riding, but also them personally. And so depending on what type of riding you're going to be doing, what your personal needs are, it's going to change a lot. So if you're looking for a video that's going to tell you what to take motorcycle camping, yeah, you're probably not going to find that one video. So for example, the diversities of a bike, like let's say you're doing just complete highway. You're just going to be doing nothing but highway. A lot of times the weight that you carry isn't going to matter as much as, say, if you're riding a dual sport up through the mountains. You can add quite a bit more weight on a bike if you're going to do mostly or all highway. The more technical style of riding you're going to do, the less weight you need to make sure you're putting on your bike. Now technically, everybody's goal when it comes to packing their motorcycle for a trip is to always go smaller and lighter if you can. But that goal is always a work in progress. Your gear is always evolving, it's always changing, it's always adapting. Very few people have things dialed in. Now if you have like gobs of money, sure, you can go out and you can just buy a tiny little camp stove that's the size of your thumbnail, sleeping bag that's the size of your fist, a tent that fits in your wallet, all of those things. You can do that if you want, if you've got the money to do it. But really the goal of this video is don't allow it to stop you from just going. Stop worrying about buying stuff. Take what you've got and go. Stop buying and start riding. There was a time when I actually had in my setup one of those big, huge Coleman burners that take like the big green tank. That was in my setup. That fit in one of my side cases, and that's the way that I had it. It wasn't for very long that I got one of the first upgrades I did was get a new little camp stove. But if you're like me, you're always on a budget and you can't afford to just buy every smallest little latest and greatest thing to have for your trip. So don't be worried about getting like the fanciest stuff to go on your motorcycle trip. Just take what you have, get the bare necessities that you need. And another thing is you don't have to feel like you have to match somebody in the amount of gear that they take. So if they take the tiniest little amounts of gear and you don't feel bad. And here's why. You will hear from a lot of people. I haven't personally gone around the world, but I've done a lot of reading and watched a lot of the world traveling channels that are out there. And what you will mostly hear is that what people take for a week trip is almost the same thing they take for an around the world trip. They don't take things that are that much different. And when you watch these people go around the world, they're not taking these tiny little amounts of things. When you're going around the world, you have to be prepared for more than if you're just doing a little weekend camping trip. And then depending on where you're going, that's also going to come into play. There are places where a person can sleep right out in the open at night. Chances of rain are very small, and a person could have a setup that's just perfect for that. That setup will not work if you're going somewhere where you're getting rain year-round. Most of my trips always end up over in Washington or Oregon in March, and you are going to see rain. There is not going to be a time in March on a trip of any length where you're not going to see rain. So I don't get the luxury to just leave an extra tarp at home and leave my tent at home, leave the rain gear at home, all of that stuff. You have to have that or you're going to be miserable. And on average, say for like an adventure bike, on average you will be carrying between 60 to 100 pounds of gear, depending on how small of the little stoves you have and small sleeping bags and small this and small, getting everything that's tiny. You usually come across the dual sport riders or the dirt bike riders that are going for like a week-long trip or something up in the mountains on trails, and they've really minimized some stuff, and they kind of have to because they're doing a lot more technical riding. They're depending more on the performance of the bike to get them through that terrain. You don't do that when you're doing mostly highway or even dirt roads and stuff. So the upcoming trip that I'll be going on is going to be in Oregon, and I will be making a video on all the gear that I'll be taking for that trip. It's basically just going to be all highway. There won't be any dirt roads or back roads for that. That will be in a later trip. So in the end, if you don't have the perfect setup, that's totally okay. That's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Take what you got and go. Don't let it stop you from just hitting the road. Stop buying things and start riding. Well, I think that's it for the video. I'm getting about as lost as I can get. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Finally found a gate that's open. Ooh, how embarrassing. Look at that, another bear. Come here, you. Where are you at? Stay on the road, stay on the road, stay on the road. Where'd you go? There you are. Look at you, climbing up those rocks like a boss.